What's up, chaps and chappets? I would go into two things. Obviously, I've shaved, and also I'm out of a cast now. I only have to wear this splint at night time, actually. I'm only wearing it right now so I don't accidentally hit into something, but I'm doing well. In fact, there's only, I think, about 3 weeks until I'm fully healed in terms of, like, moving my wrist around and everything like that. Koulibaly, we've actually got an upgrade on him. He's now 90 rated. And also Perisic has gone up to 88 rated as well. So I've not played this game in a long time. I'm going to be rusty, there's no doubt about it. But just before I broke my wrist, this is literally just before, I was playing for Champions and I was doing really well with a 4-5-1. Because I was basically trying to find a tactic that was closest to Pep Guardiola's tactics in Ultimate Team. And obviously you can't customize the formations. So you have to be able to create his tactic just using the formations that are out there. And the 4-3-3 with the centre forward does work kind of well, but I want it to be more like the Man City tactic, and I think the 4-5-1 does actually work the best. We've got centre mid Allen, who's basically a CDM, Gomez and Savic is the two centre attacking mids. We've got false 9 on the strikes. Centre attacking mids got nothing. Stay forward, stay wide on Balde Diao and Perisic as left mid and right mids. And what that means is they're going to try and occupy the left back and right back, and then the centre attacking mids go into the half spaces. We've got the right centre back Manolas on aggressive interceptions and join the attack, just so we can get forward a bit more. And it's basically just for the build-up play. And then join the attack and inverted on the left back and right back. And this is one of the most important things because they drift into the middle and create a good triangle with Allen. So Alexandro, Cancelo and Allen all making a triangle. Gomez and Savic almost become kind of like shadow strikers on the right and left, like getting in between the left back and right back and the centre backs type thing in each half space. And then Perisic and Balde Diao, the right mid and left mid, occupying the left back and right back. And it does work really well. Mertens, one of the great things about a false 9 is obviously they're like, yo, my guy Mertens, like, he's drifting off, what are we going to do type thing. And then the centre backs kind of drag out to that. And it just creates a lot of sort of disorganization. That is obviously what the Guardiola tactics a lot of the time are about, is basically trying to... It's not just passing for the sake of passing. It's passing to create disorganization in the enemy ranks, you might say. So we're going straight into this game. Manolas giving it to your boy Koulibaly. And what we're doing right now is exactly what I was saying. Is basically trying to drag around the opponent. We're looking at what player he's controlling. And... We're just sort of waiting for him to pull players out of positions. So at the moment, he's got Payet or whatever under control. And like I say, we're literally just waiting for him to sort of drag players out of a good positions. Cancelo, as you can see it, going into that centre mid slot and just creating that extra creator really in the midfield. And we're just we're playing the patient plays, you know. I'm still trying to find a balance. This here, the game that I'm showing right now is an example of a game where I really do play very patient, trying to dominate the ball. And, you know, just very patiently waiting for the attacks, basically, holding a lot of possession. So we're giving it back here, giving it back to Manolas. He's obviously dragging around his players. Manolas giving it to boy Gomez, getting the nice little triangles going. And that's another thing which you want to be looking for is triangles. A lot of people say, like, I get these comments all the time. Obviously, I've made quite a lot of videos where I do talk about triangles, but I've had a lot of comments that say, how do I get out of it when an opponent is, like, pressing me like crazy? And ultimately, what you want to be doing is literally just doing the triangle passes. And as soon as more than one player enters a triangle, you just switch it out and make a new triangle. Because if you think about it, if you've got a triangle, you've always got 2 players available to you. As soon as you've got 2 players in the triangle, you're not going to have a 3 players. So you've always got to make sure there's only 1 player in the triangle. And as you can see, we're literally just sort of dragging him around. We're just waiting for the opening. I don't know whether this highlight actually comes to anything. I think this might just be a whole lot of inconsequential passing. But at the end of the day, you're not going to score with every attack, but I think this kind of just gives you the best probability. But another thing about this is it's not just about, you know, having an attack, losing the ball. It's about getting the ball back after you lose the ball. As you saw there, we get the ball straight back. We're just dominating. We're keeping the ball, and we're making the opponent rush his play to the point where we do get that first goal, just putting the ball across. Once again, he heads it away, falls straight back for me. We're looking to attack. Perisic finding that space and then tucking it away to make it 2-0. So we're doing pretty well at this point, you know, 2-0 up, holding a lot of the ball as well. Cancelo looking for that ball across, cut out, and we get the win. And this is in division rivals. Like, these are, I think a lot of people do say that division rivals is more difficult than FUT Champs. And, you know, the average game probably is, to be honest, because every single one of these players are sweats. I'm not going to lie. Full sweats. So, bold ADL, giving it down the right-hand side. We're looking for that space. And Alexandra, as you can see, once again, is playing pretty much in that centre mid slot. And it means that you can overpower people in midfield very easily. And not to mention the fact that you've got a left attacking mid and a left mid, and also a right attacking mid and a right mid, which are basically going to overpower the opponent sort of on the wings. Because when you've got one left back against 2 players, one of them running into a half space, they are going to struggle. And Bold AD obviously finding the space there as we do another patient build-up. Find the space, obviously tuck it away, make it 1-0. We're not actually going crazy possession. Like 58% is not anything too crazy. We're just looking to sort of play that attacking football. It's just in a patient way, in a patient manner, you know. And when you've ultimately only got 12 minutes, is an average game time, pretty much around about 12 minutes, then the value of possession kind of goes up a bit more. But also, you know, you can't just hold the ball the whole time. You have to actually create chances. And we win that game again. I think keeping a clean sheet as well, though, which is decent. So, up against this next chap, he's actually got a half-decent team, but not as good as I'd think most people are going to have at this point of the game. I'm not going to lie. We opened him up pretty much straight away, getting a goal there for Perisic, opening up the defense. Lovely little finish too. Keeper gets a touch, not enough. I do like this is the thing, is that because I haven't played the game for so long, I've come back to the game and they've actually finally done what I've wanted them to do. As a score of finesse, that doesn't actually back up my point, but they've actually nerfed the time finesse and the finesse just quite a lot, which I think is really, really good, because that obviously was game breaking, and it makes it more of a proper football game, which means we can employ these tactics and they can work a bit better. So it didn't actually show the full game there. I'm pretty sure we either won that or drew that game in the end. We get a red card and then the game went on. And no, we did actually win that. I don't know why it's not showing the full game. I must have accidentally deleted the file. That's kind of peak. But nonetheless, we get into this next game. We're 1-0 up at this point. He equalizes to make it 1-1. Sane going in on goal. Makes it 2-1 in 23 minutes. I think these games were this is when we're just getting into it. So it's actually not in chronological order, these games. These games are actually from earlier. When I was playing a little bit more aggressively, you know, just trying it out. The aggressive sort of start. So we get the ball across for Perisic there. Tucks it away, making it 2-2. I really do like that vibe, but just like the double tap X crossing. But here's a really good example of some counter pressing as soon as he gets the ball type thing. Getting the ball straight off him. Perisic opening up the space. Cuts away. And then making it 3-2 in this game. Like, he just literally kind of switched off for a second there. Well, actually, is that the same game? Honestly, can't even tell. That's so confusing. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the episode, chaps and chapettes. We absolutely flexed up. I'm not going to lie. We did really well in the first set of games using a 4-5-1. I need to qualify for FUT Champs, so I'm going to be back on the grind tomorrow. And I'll see you, chaps and chapettes, on the next one. Oof.